Why do some companies have great employees and others don't? And this was a conversation that I had today with a client, and let me share a little bit of that conversation with you. So my client was complaining a little bit because it seemed that his employees were not as productive as the competition, and he was asking me, well, how do I get these employees to produce more so that we can compete against the competition? And so this question is one that many businesses have, and I have come across this question many times in my 33 years. So let me give you a little bit of understanding and insight into this. We first have to start with what makes a good employee. So a good employee ideally is going to be able to perform really well if the procedures are good. If there's procedures in place, they're known, they're established, maybe actually documented, then obviously that's going to be an added bonus in the employee's favor because it's all written, it's all done, and everyone knows how it's supposed to be done, how it's going to be done. Okay, so that's one. But the next thing is that they've got to have alignment with the company. So if the values of that person is not aligned with the values of the company, then that is an issue, right? Because then obviously there's going to be competing agendas that is not in favor of the company. So that's number two. Number three is the person trained properly? You see, they may have skills and maybe they were doing that job somewhere else, but each company has its own way of doing things, its own nuances. And so you have to make sure that they are trained to actually do their job. You see a lot of this issue, or a lot of these issues when employees are promoted. When they're promoted, usually they don't get any training. And a lot of them fail and actually even quit because it's too stressful. The dynamics of different relationships. Now the people that were their buddies and their friends, now they have to report to them. Creates a lot of stress. So some people may not like it because they feel that they were passed over, etc. Lots of these reasons, right? But training is what's going to get you over that hump. And many companies do not train enough. This is something that when you look at a company with great employees, you're going to see that they have done a lot of training and continue to do so. Training is key because you want to make sure that they're performing at their best, they know everything that they should know, and that they're up to date with the latest methodologies to make sure that they're productive for your company. Now, if you have these three things, you're going to have good, productive, and effective employees. A lot of companies, they try to really shortchange and maybe even do some shortcuts and not do what is necessary, and then expect that the employees do everything. But it's just not that way. A company must invest in their human resources. Imagine having a machine and you didn't do any maintenance, no upgrading. Like imagine an airplane without any overhauls every 1,000 hours or whatever it is. Imagine a car not going to the mechanic. Employees need regular training. That's the maintenance part of it. A lot of companies don't do that, and then they will complain about why they're not as productive or as competitive as their competition. You do so, you make sure that you have dashboards because people must be held accountable and they must be performance oriented. Doing this is going to get you an amazing workforce. If you like this kind of content, please follow me. And of course, if you want to talk about how to do it for your company, by all means, message me. You could email me. Link is in my bio, or just DM me. Anyways, I hope you like this content. If you do, follow me. Talk to you tomorrow.